Welcome. This is your boy, the host with the most, but humble. And I do mean humble. Dino Stradavis, aka Derek, and I'm here, of course, on a Saturday to give you, the hungry, happy, healthy people here at WrestleGram, the very first episode of AEW Collision. If you're watching it today, you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week, I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart, to the bottom of my heart, to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly wouldn't be me. I'm humbled each and every single time I'm letting you join everything you're doing, whatnot. You know, if you're doing it, I'm doing it. If I'm doing it, you're doing it. We're doing a great job here. Messed up a lot about that, but it is what it is. I'm humbled each and every single time that I'm doing this. Thank you so much. This is a one take thing. You guys. I'm gonna do it, save it, edit it, send it out to the mass. All right. So let's talk about it. We're not even gonna do anything that consist of talking about anything else. We're gonna go straight into AEW Collision. Okay, this is the first episode. When I tell you that from the beginning song, because I'm an Elton John fanatic. I love Elton John music. We get the Saturday song. I love that. We got a beautiful vignette from the video package of that. And then when I tell you that the stage was so beautiful. The stage is better than WWE stage. That stage right there. We usually get that stage on on big events with the AEW Rampage, or like the week events that they usually have. No, apologies, but this one right here was pretty fine. I mean, it was really fun. It was a huge stage. I enjoyed the stage. The stage was fun. I mean, if we can consistently get this on not only Collision but on Rampage as well, I think that we can get even better programming with this, because it was. I mean, every time somebody came out, the music was on point. The video on the Titantrons were really good. It was a fun show. I promise you, it was a very fun show. Hold on for one second. It was a fun show. It was a very fun show. I enjoyed it times 12. I hope everybody enjoyed it times 12. I'm going to critique it from the top to the bottom, you guys. What else can I talk about on this show? We got a title change. I mean, I knew that was going to happen. I didn't know who was going to lose their title, but I knew somebody was going to lose their title on the very first episode of Collision. I knew that was going to happen. I mean, it didn't further any storylines, pretty much. A lot of people coming back from injury or hiatus, things like that. A lot of people that was here, pretty much that's what happened. That was the crisp of it, everything. That we had a lot of people that was on hiatus that came back. The female tag match was the best female match I've seen all week. Best match. Great match. I enjoyed it. What more can I say about this before I actually go into the actual the commentary? Nigel McGuinness and Kelly, is his name Kelly? I enjoy them. They are really good. You don't need 18 people at the commentator's desk. The two of them, they gel so good. You have Nigel, who is probably the heel, and then you have Kelly, who is the face, but he's the person that's going to do the bit by bit. So I really enjoyed that. It was a really fun, cohesive show. Once again, this is the very first episode of Collision, so not a lot of storylines, just pure wrestling on this show. And when I tell you pure wrestling, absolute pure wrestling. The main event to me was not the best match. It was a good match. probably number 2, number 3, but was not the best match of the night, not by a long shot. But once again, let's get into the show. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Like, share, and subscribe, okay? Of course, we're going to get CM Punk. CM Punk comes out. He has a red bag and shoes around his neck, and he gets the microphone. He grabs the AEW banner off of it and just talks to them with a normal microphone. He says, "I'm tired of being nice." He said he thought that this place was full of professionals and full of grown-ups. He also said that he loves AEW and he knows AEW loves him. He also says that some people who hate me for the reasons it is what it is, the fans love me. And you're absolutely correct. I'm a huge CM Punk fan. I think CM Punk is the greatest wrestler to me of all time. But he talks about the King is back. Of course, the King is back. Once again, huge fan of CM Punk. He says that he is sorry to the fans who are loyal to the weak, soft wrestlers who hate him. And he already knew who he was talking. He's talking to the Elite. He's talking to Adam Hangman Page. He's saying he's sorry for you liking these soft wrestlers. Now, in the red bag is his own AEW World Championship. And he says, this belt belongs to me until I am beaten or tapped out. And until that, I'm going to hold on to my belt because I was never pinned for it. It is what it is. He's saying everybody thought that I was going to get my boots, put them in the middle of the ring, and that was going to be over with. But no, until somebody can feel my shoes, I am not going to let this go. It was a great, it wasn't the biggest one when he first came to AEW, but I guarantee he has more promos in the long future. Let me get into this promo. He does say a lot. Now, the interview that he did with ESPN, I did not cover that. But I will say this. Now, people are really confused that is this a work or is this a shoot? I don't know. You can't really tell when he's working or when he's shooting. That's the thing about him. So, the only thing that I can possibly think of as of right now is that there is money to be made. I will tell anybody this. There is money to be made. And the person that CM Punk should call out first after this feud with Samoa Joe or whoever he's going to face should be Adam Hangman Page. The money is there. The company is just, I honestly was lost over the Saturday show, but all I can say is that what a fresh sigh of just, wow, what a great show. And if we can continue to get this, we'll see what happens. But, man, CM Punk he just laid it all on the line right there. Great job with that promo. Not crapping on anybody, but crapping on people. That's what he does. So, I thought it was a really great intro with CM Punk. After that, we get the very first match for the TNT title. This is Luchasaurus versus Wardlow. Once again, I knew that the title was going to be changed. And, of course, it's going to be the TNT title because that's the title that's always changing hands. They truly should call it just the hot potato champion because nobody holds that belt for a very long time. We get, I'm going to go toward the end because there's not a lot to really go about with this match. It's a typical Wardlow match and it's a typical Luchasaurus match. We get a powerbomb, and we were about to get the powerbomb symphony until Christian comes in, distracts the ref, and then that gives Luchasaurus the opportunity for a beautiful choke slam, multiple choke slams by Luchasaurus. I think that Luchasaurus could have won this match without the help of Christian Cage. Just not my opinion. I mean, I think that Luchasaurus is just that type of guy now where he is going to be the Kane of the AEW locker room. And I'm not mad at that. I mean, he's been there since day one. Let the man cook. That's all I can say with that. After that, Christian walks. We get a situation where Wardlow is doing the multiple, the 10 count punch, but Luchasaurus bows out of that. The referee is looking to see if he's okay. That's where Christian grabs a camera and smashes Wardlow over the head with said camera multiple times, knocking him out, giving Luchasaurus the pin and the win. We have a brand new champion. Christian Cage instantly grabs the title, gets on the second rope, declaring that he was the one who won. Luchasaurus grabs him, puts him over his shoulder, and he holds the belt hoisted as high as he could be. And that was the end of that. Of course, we didn't get Arn Anderson. Arn Anderson is still injured, and Brock is injured as well. So it was just Wardlow versus Luchasaurus and Christian Cage. Once again, I truly think that this was overdue. This was overdone. It was a good match, don't get me wrong, but I would have said that, you know, if you wanted to do something, you could have done it like just Luchasaurus win clean. It's already, I mean, or not even clean, but like where Christian is just distracting the ref. But it would have been a better match if he would have won clean. Now we know that he's going to win the title again in the next couple of weeks. That's what it looks like. I hope that he just develops and goes for the world title with his new faction, the Four Horsemen, that we're supposed to be getting. We're supposed to be getting some type of Four Horsemen faction. Let's get that off and going now, where he's the leader of his own faction. He can have his own little thing where he has a great tag team under him and a mid-carder to make a Four Horsemen type of stable. Let this happen, you guys. After that, we get Powerhouse Hobbs and QT Marshall interview. Powerhouse Hobbs just declared that he will be in the Owen Hart tournament. He will win the tournament. He says the Book of Hobbs is a redemption story, and he will get what belongs to him, which is the tournament, that really gorgeous belt that they usually have at the end of the tournament. After that, we get a Buddy Matthews versus Andrade El Idolo. That was pretty much the match of the night, you guys. It was the best match of the night. Beautiful match. All I can say is that Andrade, if you've seen Andrade on NXT Black and Gold, the Black and Gold brand, when he was the world champion, I mean, he was that guy. He was so good. And now we see that Andrade that was there on NXT Black and Gold. It was just that good. I will tell anybody, if you don't want to watch AEW Collision, this is the match to watch. Right here is the Andrade versus Buddy Matthews. Buddy is a great person. I wouldn't have done anything else with just him alone or whatnot. So there's a story taking place in here now due to the fact that, you know, he now, I'm guessing, is by himself. He's not with the faction with Rouge or whatnot. Was it the Gobble, that group right there? So he's just by himself now, and apparently he's a face, so that's pretty good as well. I don't like him as a face. I would love to see him as a heel champion, a world champion. He deserves that world champion. I would love to see him as world champion because he's just that damn good. I hate that how bad the WWE destroyed his creative or whatnot. So, but with this match right here, Andrade, lots of throwing. Buddy Matthews throws Andrade over the commentators or the timekeepers area. and Andrade gets on top of the commentator railing, doing a beautiful hurricanrana. We get now. Remember, he was injured because he had a torn tricep as well. I think it was. So they were working. So the story was him working, killing the Buddy working that tricep, and Andrade working the leg of Buddy Matthews. And we get a nice scene, which they kind of exit out of, but we saw like a camera angle where Andrade reaches for a child, and the child grabs him and pulls him up. I thought that was a great touching part of that segment. So we do get Andrade going back into the ring, where he is still working the leg of Buddy Matthews, eventually putting the figure 4 on Buddy Matthews, and then inverting it into his wife's figure 8 finisher for Buddy Matthews to tap out. Once again, best match of the night. I will tell anybody to go see that match in particular because it was just that good. After the match, Buddy is still on the ground. We get Andrade. Andrade is trying to grab Buddy, pull him up. Buddy pushes him out of the way. Andrade tries to give him a handshake. Everything goes black, and out comes Brody King and of course Black. And Black is just sitting there just chilling, and he looks at King and he gives him a really nice lariat, knocking him out. And that was the end of that. So we do have a storyline with Andrade versus the entire House of Black. I want to see what happens with that situation. After that, we get a beautiful montage with Scorpio Sky. Haven't seen Scorpio in a while. I know he had to drop that TNT title to Wardlow because he was actually injured. But we get a beautiful package because remember, he was the very first inaugural tag champion of AEW, and he talks about that he is coming back. He's going to do what he has to do to come back. I would love to see Scorpio win that title off of Orange Cassidy. That would be a great thing. I would love to see Scorpio Sky come back. He was such an innovative person. I really want to see him come back by himself. Because that group that he was with was just a joke. But I would love to see Scorpio Sky come back. After that, we get Tony Nese in-ring promo with Smart Mark Sterling. He talks about everybody in Chicago being fat. So he tells everybody that we are going to do a group training session. Everybody get up. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stretch, because that's the first thing you want to do. You want to stretch those muscles. So we're going to do some heel-toe exercises. I thought that was pretty funny. Out comes Miro. Miro is not playing games this go around. I really enjoy Miro. I don't like his song. I don't like his intro. I mean, I like his intro. I just don't like the song. His intro song, I just don't like it. But, it sounds like, is it Universal? That does, I think that's Universal's song. I think. I may be wrong. but I think that's Universal. Is it Universal? I don't know. In the comments, let me know if that's Universal's intro or whatnot. I think that's what it is. But pretty decent match. I mean, Tony Nese did get a lot of offense in until the very end, where Miro was just done with it. He knocks out Tony Nese. We get the beautiful bicycle kick, knocking him on the ground. We get the game over clutch, and him, of course, tapping out. That was the end of that. Good to see Miro back as well. I can't wait to see what they do with this gentleman as well. I enjoyed him when he was Russo. Russo Day was one of the biggest things that was going on when he was a face. I hate that they destroyed the creative on Miro. This is the same thing with Andrade when it was with WWE. So it was a sucky situation. I think now, but I'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. That'll be the ending part, okay? So, after that, we get another CM Punk video package saying that, he tore his tricep and all of that craziness happened. That was the issue. He didn't leave. He was just hurt. That's what pretty much the video package was saying. After that, we get the Outcast. We get the AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm and Ruby Soho versus Willow Nightingale and Sky Blue. When I tell you I love Sky Blue's song, I love her intro, I love that music. The music is just so good. I love put somebody on there singing it, a beautiful a female singing on that song. I would love it to death. I do see her as the future of AEW, even though she still needs some type of help. She still needs some type of training. I think her boyfriend is goodness gracious, the one that's injured. Crap, I forgot his name. I haven't seen him in a while. I think he's gone for a while due to the fact of that injury. But yeah, but you know, I would love to see some more development with Sky Blue. Very fun. Of course, she's a Chicago native as well. She gives love to her mom. But before the bell rings, we get them attacking. They go to the outside. Sky Blue mom slaps the dog shit out of both Ruby Soho and Toni Storm. We get finally back in the ring. But no, let me take that back. We got an issue that I saw that was very, very gruesome, where Willow Nightingale throws Ruby Soho into the timekeeper's area head first. It looked very, very gruesome. But other than that, it looks like she was okay. Hopefully she is okay. But we did get that type of situation where got a message. But anyway, very fun situation with that. Very fun match. I enjoyed times 12. Now we do get a situation where Sky Blue is consistently doing great moves after great moves, but she is singled out. We finally get Willow Nightingale to come in. After a Texas Cloverleaf, it was a beautiful Texas Cloverleaf. She gets to the ropes where she does have to break. Willow Nightingale comes in, weighs lace to everybody in the area. We get a beautiful Code Blue, which is the Canadian Destroyer, for them to win the match. Great, once again, one of the best female match I've seen in not only AEW, but all of wrestling that I've watched, these 10 hours that I've watched of wrestling. Best female match I've seen throughout the week. After that, we get a video package of Absolute Ricky Starks. He has put his hat in the ring for the tournament, for the Owen Hart tournament. He will start, I'm guessing, in Canada. Hopefully he has a match on Collision. They are going to be on both brands that we have this tournament on. After that, we get a Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett challenges Briscoe to a very gruesome match. I forgot what the match is called. But they are going to have a match on AEW Dynamite to see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with that. Really, should be a really fun match. After that, we get the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed comes to the ring, crapping on Donald Trump. That was pretty funny. They have more. I guess they said they stolen more stuff in Chicago than Trump stole in the White House or something like that. Pretty fun. But they are still have their eyes on the trio title, and they are going to they are most definitely going to try to get those titles. So after that, we get I guess a first ever Collision scissoring. Tony Schiavone is in the ring as well, and everybody goes to their respective turnbuckle, run in and scissor. Everybody else is scissoring in the ring. On the outside as well. So it was a great little segment to get to after, of course, the Acclaim. Everybody loves the Acclaim. And that was a great segment to put right there, because after that, we get the triple threat between Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Samoan Joe versus FTR and CM Punk. I thought that they were not going to do a lot with CM Punk this go around, but when I tell you that CM Punk, when he comes in, his wrestling style is going to, this just, it is what it is. It's a very combative type of wrestling style. But it was a fun match, interesting match. I enjoyed the match. Well, we got a lot of Cash being singled out at the ending of the match, and finally we get a match between one-on-one between Samoa Joe and CM Punk, but that truly breaks away. That was at the beginning, but at the end we get that situation where CM Punk gets put in the Coquina Clutch. Almost tapping out. Literally almost tapping out because Juice Robinson, I think, had Cash and Jay White had the Dax. So eventually we got Dax attacking Dax attacking Samoa Joe because the Coquina Clutch was actually put on the ground where he wrapped them up. But we get Dax actually attacking the back of Samoa Joe. Then we get a beautiful shatter machine by FDR on Juice Robinson, followed by a go to sleep on Rock Hard Juice. Of course, Juice was gonna take the pin. And 1, 2, 3. That was the end. I thought we was gonna get something else, but we did not. It faded to black. Once again, my match of the night was Andrade versus Buddy Matthews. A fun match, great match. But once again, the 2 hours that I can say just flew by. It was a fun show. So let me put it all in it might be another 5-10 minutes what I talk about. So, yes, the first show, of course, is supposed to be good, okay? I'm not crapping on AEW. That's one thing I don't want to do. But yeah, if you're going to bring a brand new show and bunch and a ton of nothing but advertisement, not only on TV, but on everything else, you, of course, want this to be the best show. Yes, it was a fun show, a phenomenal show. But what I want to see, this is what I want to see, because apparently the show is not going to be live every single Saturday. What I want to see is I want to see more people in Collision now that we don't see other than the hardcore fan bases. I would love to see people that we just don't see anymore, okay? I want to see like the up-and-comers wrestling as well. I want to see a lot of that. If they have issues, they just have issues. But we need to get those people on the show. Not only on Collision, but we need to get them on Dynamite as well, okay? But Collision, the thing that I loved the best was the stage. The stage was awesome. It was a beautiful, beautiful stage. If we can keep just that stage there or whatnot, it would be a great addition to me watching the show, other than the one that's on Dynamite we get every blue moon, okay? Now, this is my critique, okay? This is my critique. We didn't get anybody new or whatnot. That's the thing I didn't like. We didn't get anybody new this go around. Also, Thunder Rosa, we didn't even get a vignette about Thunder Rosa. So I'm guessing she's still injured. We didn't get a lot of storylines. We were supposed to get storylines being crossed over from Dynamite to Collision. That didn't happen. But once again, this is the very first episode. So I understand that we won't get a lot of what we wanted on the first episode. I want to see what progression we can get from Collision to Dynamite. Because once again, this is not supposed to be a hard type of brand split. People are crossing over, especially if you are a hardcore, or if you even have titles, you got to cross over, because they're not adding a world champion to Collision, which is a smart thing, because they'll be champion B, so I'm okay with that. Let it be a second show and not a brand or whatnot, or like we have the AFC and the NFC. No, just let it be the second show or whatnot, and let the champions go from one side to the other side. I'm okay with that. The CM Punk aspect, I can't wait to see what they do with this. I hopefully, he's in his early 40s, So hopefully his body and he can get his body to a point where it is not as violently injured like he usually is. But I truly see the fun of this show, you guys. I mean, it does have its own name. It does have its own presence. So I can't wait to see more of what Collision is. It just seems really fun. It just seems really fun. I enjoyed it. What about you guys? What do you think? What do you think about the TBS Championship? Also, what do you think about any of the matches? What do you think about the CM Punk intro? What do you think about that? I would love to see him and MJF go at it again. That's what's going to have to happen if he doesn't lose that title to anybody else. So I love it. I love it. I love it. It was very fun. But once again, this is the very first episode. Hopefully we get more of this. We'll be in Canada next go around. So we'll see what happens with that. Don't forget, tomorrow you will get a new community tab where you can get your questions in on Ask WrestleCram. Don't forget about that. Also, I do have a Facebook group page. I was actually on the group page, just posting as much Collision stuff as I could at that time when it was on. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You guys, like, share, and subscribe. I love y'all so much. A fun show. Now, I will say this. This is the first one that I'm going to do standalone. Standalone, going to be the show that you do. Now, after this show, you will get a Collision on the Monday show, okay? You'll get Collision on the Tag In. That's going to be the addition to the Tag In. Remember, Mondays, you will get the Tag In where Collision's going to be on. Tuesday is going to be the Monday Night Raw show. The Wednesday show will no longer be a Wednesday show, you guys. There will be now a Thursday show where I will have the NXT, and it will be AEW Dynamite. Both of those shows will be on for Thursday now. Friday will be the flagship show, of course, the Ask WrestleCram, and Sunday will, of course, be where I talk about Rampage and SmackDown. So don't forget about that. Just changing a lot of it. Once again, we're just moving it. We're working it. We're pairing it. We're doing everything while it's still moving. Okay. So I love y'all so much. Once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, you guys. The best is truly yet to come. The best is truly yet to come. Until next time. Love, peace, and of course,